What's up guys, Goro here and welcome to one of my favourite videos of the year. With this video it means one thing has happened, and that is League SBCs are back in the game. Today I'm going to show you how to grind them, how to basically fill your club up and also get free packs. It is going to be absolutely worth the watch. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, let me know down below, are you guys doing this? Who has been your best pack pull? And also, if you've got any questions about this grind, let me know down below. I can answer them. I am one of the best people to talk to about the grind because it is something that I love doing every single year. So with that being said, let's go dive into it. So, the grind for League SBCs. The question is, what is the best way to do it? Now, lots of people have different opinions on how to do it. Some people will be very thorough in their grinding. Some people won't be very thorough and will just do the basics. I'm kind of going to talk through everything, but also the way that I'm going to do it is that in between of I'm fairly thorough, but not exactly the most thorough. There's a lot of things that I could still be doing, but I don't. So, the first thing is how to basically gain packs naturally just to fill your club up with the basics of what you need. There is lots of different things you can do. Main one being objectives. This is a great place each week where there's always something that you'll be able to do. Stuff like the World Tour for Spain. This gives out decent packs. You're looking for packs like 25k packs, like 15k packs, anything that gives multiple players with lots of different gold cards, rares and commons. They're kind of ideal for this. So objectives is one way, and then the other way is playing different game modes. So squad battles is brilliant for this because even if you don't play like more than sort of a handful of games, say gold 3, you get a 15k pack and a 75x5 rare gold pack. So straight away you're getting about 7 or 8 rare gold cards and probably about 6 or 7 common cards, probably for about 3 or 4 games in all honesty. So squad battles is a great way to obviously gain extra packs to obviously put players in. Another way is obviously rivals and champs. Now this year it's slightly different because of the fact that we mainly get a lot of rare gold player packs. It is a lot harder to accumulate gold commons into the club, and that's where the likes of squad battles and objectives helps. But over time, you will be able to get different sort of rewards and stuff. The mega packs are brilliant for the commons. That is where you're going to get most of them from. However, 75x15s, 75x35s, all of those sorts of packs, they're going to be the ones that gives you the rares. Now, if the card is untradeable, personally for me, they can still go into the SBC because it really doesn't matter. Unless they are tradable, that's when you've got to be picky about what cards you put in, but we'll come to that in a minute. Obviously, for the likes of champs, you've got qualifications where you'll get a few packs, and then even in champs, you get a few decent packs back, but still not a lot where you get gold commons in them, especially for, to be honest with you, the majority of wins. I don't actually think you get any gold commons for playing champs. So, champs is great for the rares. It's great for untradeable cards, which can obviously be used to make tradable coins. We'll get to that point. But that's the main thing that you need to be doing. If you do these sort of things every week, you're just going to naturally fill the club anyway, which is obviously ideal. If not, though, don't worry. There is things you can do. If you don't have time to play 15 games of rivals, if you don't have time to play all sorts of champs games, if you don't have time to do objectives, that doesn't matter. You may just be able to have time to grind SBCs. However, one thing I do also suggest, and this is the second thing I want to talk about, is doing BPM. Now, this is what a lot of people will try and force you to do and tell you that you have to do this to do League SBCs. You don't have to, but it is a good way of doing it. And the reason this is a good way of doing it is because BPM offers 2 different options with cards. One, you either put them straight into the League SBCs. So sadly here, apart from the Sud card, we don't really get anything too much. But these 3 other cards either help for generic SBCs, the likes of marquee matchups, the likes of the random challenges that EA drop. These are great for them because you can save all your League grind SBC cards or the League specific cards that you need. They can all be saved. That's brilliant. So, you want to obviously do the best you can with these packs. Now, straight away, we're making about 200 coins out of the 750 that we spent. This lib card is... Was it a lib card? No, it's a Sud card, sorry. This Sud card is only worth 200 coins. However, it's 200 coins that we're not going to have to spend. What you can do with these other cards, as well as doing them into generic SBCs, these can also go into the upgrade packs. Now, we'll go over to these in a second now, because upgrade packs can be good, and this is how to be ultra efficient if you want to be. what I would suggest doing no matter what is doing the Prime Bronze players and the Prime Silver player pack every week. It is just worth it. Now, EA will probably re-release this. You'll be able to do it maybe once a day now, or you'll be able to do it maybe 3 times a week. I don't know. But if you can, it is definitely worth doing this because it is not super difficult to do. For a Prime Silver pack, you get... you got to put in, 11 silvers anyway. But these can all just be random ones to hopefully get back better cards that you need. The upgrades that I was talking about, though, is the bronze, silver, and gold upgrades. The ones that we've had for years. Now, you can put all of your off sort of League SBC grind cards into this if you want to. So if we just go to our most recent cards, we can put in Ackman, we can put in Locke, and we can put in Ji Sung Yuk. These could all go in there. And then obviously, if you're doing BPM constantly, you'll get more and more. Then you get silver cards or the silver player packs back from this. Then those silver cards, if you don't need them for League SBCs, can go into here, which is a 3 gold commons. Now, personally, I don't think you need to do gold upgrades this year. It's not really worth it. But these two would be ones that would be quite helpful. If you're struggling for gold commons and you're not playing the game, then this is a good way to do it. Personally, I don't do it because I don't think you need to. So they're the two sort of bases to help fill the club with extra cards. However, as you're going along this, you might not actually need to do this, or you may need to do it at the start, and then in about 2 or 3 weeks' time, because your club is full of different cards, you won't need to do it. So, for me, they're sort of simple steps. Now, we've obviously got the 2 different types of League SBCs, the Mixed Leagues and the Premium Mixed Leagues. Personally, I think the Premium Mixed Leagues is good enough where you do it by yourself. However, if you're doing bronze packs, if you're doing upgrade SBCs, this is where the Mixed League ones comes in very handy. If you're doing BPM, you're obviously going to get lots of bronze cards, which fit all of these bar one, which is the MLS and the EFL Championship. But all these bronze cards are going to be super useful here. With a few silvers that you'll get from upgrade packs, this is where you want to put those sort of cards. If you're just doing sort of gold packs, if you're just doing the generic sort of playing gameplay, getting packs, this is the best one for it, the Premium Mixed Leagues, because it basically requires all gold cards in 3 out of the 4. The League and Eredivisie is slightly different, but I can come and cover that in a second. So we'll start off with the Mixed League upgrades. Now, I pre-built every SBC to save some time, but the first one that you need is Libertadores or Sudamericana. You need a minimum of 6 players from one club, and then the rest can just be from wherever. It does not matter. Now, I had to buy a few cards because my club wasn't ready for League SBCs. Normally, we get these about the middle to the end of November rather than the end of October. So, as I say, wasn't really ready for this, but thankfully was able to buy a lot of cards for cheap. So we probably spent about 1,000 coins here, but everything else is first owner, which is brilliant because obviously I've been able to pack these cards over the time frame. And so from this, you get a small prime silvers. So a lot of bronzes, pretty much 10 bronzes and 1 silver, getting back 6 silvers, which is ideal. Again, you go into the Serie B or Bundesliga 2. Now, this one is slightly different. This is where it can get a little bit more tricky in terms of if you're just using pack pulls only. This requires 1 player from different clubs. So you need 11 different clubs in your starting 11. Now, it's not too bad because obviously in the 2 different leagues, you've probably got about 35 to 40 different clubs that you can use. So really, you're needing a third of what's available to go into this, which is absolutely fine. It's not too difficult to do. The other thing you need is obviously the 10 chemistry, but that is super simple. Even if you do half of the team with one league and half of the team with another, you only need a few players in position. I've got 28 chemistry just because obviously it's easy to do it, but as long as you've got 5 players from the same league and they're all in position, that's nice and easy. That will give you 10 chemistry. If you've got a few, or even if you've got like 3 players from the same league, from the same nation, in the correct positions, that's going to give you 9 chemistry straight away. Then add in 1 extra more, you're absolutely sorted. So, again, just going through this team, showing off what I've done. A lot of these cards are tradable. Ideally, you want to put in untradeable cards. The reason you want to put in untradeable cards is because of this pack being tradable. Anything untradeable that goes in naturally gains you back coins straight away anyway. So, the more untradeable cards, the more tradable coins you'll get back from doing all of these, which just means that anything that wasn't worth any coins is now worth coins, and you got a chance of making, I don't know, an extra sort of 10k each time if you get lucky, but you do that multiple times, and then all of a sudden, you can work towards getting the next player in the team that you want to upgrade. It just helps out that little bit more. League 2 and La Liga High hybrid or whatever it's called, hypermotion, sorry. This one, again, is super simple. Now, you are going to need some silver cards into this because of rating. However, both leagues offer gold cards. Same with the Bundesliga 2 and the Serie B. All of those cards, all of those leagues, sorry, have gold cards available. So even if you have lots of bronzes, 1 or 2 gold cards gets the rating up for you. That is not a problem. Again, super easy for chemistry. I've only got 15 chem here because I've got lots of alt positions that don't fit for the cams. But again, it's just whatever you've got in your club. If you've got untradeable cards, brilliant. And then obviously, then go with cards that you've not had to buy. So tradable sort of first owner cards, they are also ideal to go into this because they may not be worth any money. If we check this sort of silver from that league, it's only worth 400 coins. But this card then can be traded for another card that may be worth something. However, this only gives back a 7.5k pack, which is untradeable. Now, you may think, well, that's not really brilliant. It isn't if you're using tradable cards and you're buying the SBC. However, if you've already got the cards in your club, you're basically getting gold cards, which will fit the main league SBC, which is going to be much better. The only one that does cause a bit of a problem sometimes is the MLS or EFL Championship. Now, the MLS has so many gold cards this year. The MLS is obviously gaining more popularity, so therefore is getting better as a league. And so because of that, naturally, the cards are higher rated. You also have the likes of Jordi Alba, Busquets, Luis Suarez, all of those cards that you'll mainly get from sort of champs rewards and different sort of rival rewards. All of those cards that might be in your SBC storage, you'll be able to put into this SBC. To gain the rating, you need 74 rating. So again, a few high rated gold cards like Acosta here, brilliant, he's untradeable. He was from an SBC storage, so obviously he can go into this and therefore make it a little bit cheaper to add 1 or 2 bronzes in. Again, everything's mainly tradable. These cards will go up in time. So again, anything that you pack tradable in these packs, you probably want to sell on. For now though, whilst they're cheap, it doesn't really matter too much. So again, we'll submit that. You get a premium mixed players pack back. So bronze, silvers and golds all coming from this. And then to complete it all, which is brilliant, a small 50k pack. Now a small 50k pack is kind of ideal because that's where you're likely to get either fodder to complete bigger SBCs, the likes of these player SBCs, or naturally just getting pack pulls for your team, which is brilliant. So that is Mixed League upgrades complete. We then have the premium Mixed League upgrades. Now, what you can do is you could go ahead and build 2 or 3 of these Mixed League SBCs, open all the packs, and then obviously get all the players that you need to go into the premium Mixed League upgrades, which, do you know what? We're going to do that. We're going to go and open all those 5 packs that we just got there just to show off, is it worth it, is it not worth it? And we'll start off with the silver pack. Again, you may get lucky, you may get a team of the week in these. I think there's about 6 team of the weeks this week as I'm recording this, so this is one that's got Harry Kane and Luis Suarez in. That one has 6 players that are bronze or silver, which means you can get those sort of cards from these packs, which again, straight away will give you multiple coins extra. In this pack, we get a championship player, which is brilliant, a Spanish second division player, which is brilliant, a German second division player, which is brilliant, and then 3 other cards that will just help to do any other SBCs down the lines, or could fit in Evo, so therefore you might use them, or you can sell them on for coins when they are expensive. So lots of different things that you can gain from this. For me, as well, sometimes, if I'm not doing the smaller league upgrades, the minor league upgrade, you could sell on all the cards that you don't use because people naturally will need to buy these cards anyway at some point. So it does help out to gain extra cards into the club. We get another championship player, I think. I think Coventry is still in the championship. They are indeed, which is brilliant. So this pack is really good. We get 4 cards part of League SBCs. 3 of those cards are from the main league. We get a silver card from Como for the Serie A. We get a Premier League card for the Premier League and I think it's La Liga. And then Edison Cavani is huge right now. Reason being is sub and lib players are super expensive, and we'll go into that in a second why they are. But for me, that is brilliant, and that is why you open these packs, because these cards can go into the next SBCs, which helps out even more. We'll go with the 7.5k pack next. Again, you're not looking to, or you're not expecting to get anything too good, but anything that helps fill the club up, anything that just gives you that little extra bit of fodder is brilliant. Any tradable cards, obviously, you can swap them around, you make the coins extra from them. But those two female cards, they're going to be ideal for doing the likes of marquee matchups. We haven't seen EA introduce a female League SBC. That could be something that comes in the future. It'd be ideal if it does. But if we do see that, then those cards can be used there. Until then, though, just use them in the daily SBCs that we get. It's not too bad. We'll go with the Premium Mixed Players Pack next. This is just a silver. Okay, not brilliant, but it's another Argentinian silver, which will help in natural SBCs. Again, Santi Cazorla, very good for the second division of the Spanish League, so that's ideal. We don't really get too much more. The Lib card, quite nice. The silvers, we get a English Prem player, which actually isn't too bad, and I'll go into why these can be good sometimes. And then Sinistera is a tradable duplicate, but also this year with the dupe storage, any cards like that that are fully untradeable, you just keep them in the SBC storage, you bring them out, which is great. And then we got the small 50k pack. It is going to be a walkout. That is not bad. We get, I think that's Hegerberg, isn't it? That is really nice. So, that just shows how to get fodder into your club from League SBCs. This is by just completing 4 bronze and silver teams, and you get an 89 rated. Now, you're not going to get an 89 rated every single time. We just got lucky here. However, it is not to say that this might happen every single time. You may get super lucky, and that's just the way your packs are, but we also got lots of cards here that will fit the main League SBC. So that is sometimes why it's worth grinding it. If you've noticed that you filled your club with lots of bronzes and silvers over a week or two, this is where it's worth it, but you don't have to do this one every single day, because the one that's worth doing every single day is obviously the Premium Mixed League. So we will go through this yet again. I've pre-built everything so we don't have to waste too much time, but one thing that I like about the Ligue 1 and Eredivisie one is you need 68 rated, which the thing is, the majority of people will have a lot of gold cards from Ligue 1 and a lot of gold cards from the Eredivisie, so rating doesn't necessarily matter too much. If you go well over and you're using untradeable cards, it really doesn't make a difference, because naturally you're just going to get back cards that you can't do anything with. So I think this one, you don't really need to worry too much. Also, chemistry, it's not really a problem, because I've got 5 players here that are all in the same position, obviously all from the same league and all from the same club, because you need minimum 6 cards from the same club, but 1 or 2 cards that obviously don't fit the positions. Now, you might find that the likes of Monaco has lots of wingers, but not really many central cards, so just buy all the wingers because they're going to be much cheaper. There's obviously less demand for the supply that are given out, and so because of that, it just makes the whole SBC a lot cheaper. Then I filled it with Eredivisie cards, reason being is because if you can focus on doing just Ligue 1, you're most of the time going to have the likes of Monaco, Lyon, PSG, Marseille. All of those are super easy to pack. They're more common. There's more gold cards from those teams. So you're going to get those cards into the club more regularly. And then the likes of the Eredivisie, you get less of them probably. So because of that, that's why these are ideal to just sort of randomly throw in. You don't need to obviously get anything extra with the Eredivisie. Now, you may find that you have at one point 6 Ajax players. Go ahead and use those 6 Ajax players, because it might just be worth using them because it can give you an extra run through. Just worth checking your club as you go through. This one then takes us to the hardest SBC. And the reason I say this is the hardest SBC is because it is the most expensive SBC. Now, that Edison Cavani that we did just get is going to be super helpful, because I'm going to put him in for a 75 rated, and we gain a little bit extra for rating, but we don't need to worry about chemistry. So, as you can see here, I still haven't even got the rating. I've used everything I can from my club already, and we still are unable to do it. Libertadores and Sudamericana cards, especially gold ones, are super high in price right now. Silvers are the same as well. The reason that they are super high is because this one is a lot harder to do, because you have less cards from these leagues. And also this year, compared to last year, you could see the difference in the cards. We used to have the black Libertadores and the blue Sudamerica cards. Now these are all mixed in, so people are just discarding these cards thinking you don't need them, when you really do. So, I haven't had to buy anybody apart from that one singular card. But if I had to go ahead and buy every single card, it's about 4,000 coins each time. Now, to get the rating with using some silvers and possibly some bronzes, you're going to need a lot of gold cards. If you can pack them, brilliant. If not, though, that is going to be a problem. This year, though, we do also have an 83 rated Acuna in the Libertadores League, I'm pretty sure. So obviously that would help if you do get him. He should be fairly regular in packs because of his rating, because he's classed as fodder. It should help out a little bit more, but that is that one done. That is the most expensive one. That is the one that you might have to spend coins to complete. Ideally, don't spend coins when you're doing this, because you're obviously not making as many coins back. If you can, use your SBC storage, do all the sort of different options that I gave before. And obviously, just like I do here, I've got, I think, 2 tradable cards in this team. So, again, 3 tradable cards, sorry, that you're basically using, but everything else is untradeable, so technically has no value to it. So cards that would have been a discard value of about 900 coins gives us a small 45k pack. And we will definitely make back more coins than what we just had there, but also those cards can then go back into this SBC grind if you don't think they're worth selling on. And then obviously we have the Premier League and La Liga one. This is normally the easiest one to do. It is a 79 rated team, however, it is super likely that you'll have 80s, 81s, 82s from these leagues, allowing you to use sort of lower rated gold cards, or even the bronzes and silvers that you have untradeable in your club. You can use them. Again, super easy for chemistry, don't have to worry too much. This gives a small 50k pack back, which is what you get for completing the whole SBC for the Mixed League SBC upgrade. So that's why I think this one is better, because you get the pack back of what you get for completing everything. But as I also say, if you can sort of do the Mixed League upgrade every now and again, just to obviously get rid of the extra sort of players in your club that you don't need, make some extra coins, which is much more worth it. And then what it does leave you with is every single time you do the Premium Mixed League SBCs, you get 5 very good packs. So we'll start off with the Jumbo Gold Pack. This is like sort of like a 12.5k pack. This is where you'll get a lot of your gold commons back into the club, back to fill up. Obviously what you need for the SBCs. So we get a Premier League player there, we get a German League player, but then we also get a female player, and obviously Simon Mignolet as well. All of those cards will basically help you down the line in random SBCs. You then have lots of consumables that you can sell on. Now, at some point, these manager leagues will go up in case we get certain player SBCs that are unique. An Eredivisie player that is super usable. People are obviously going to need to use that manager league to get some more chemistry, so they may go up in price. You'll get obviously lots of different chem styles, so shadows, hunters, they will make you back coins, and then also you just get back a few gold cards that will be worth a few coins over time. If Evos go or sort of come out, certain cards go up in price because of that. So lots of different ways to make back your coins. Now there is only 2 tradable packs, which is that one and the 45k pack. So everything else, you're looking at either getting untradeable cards to put into your team, or high rated fodder, which can then go into player SBCs, or, I mean, we are getting Chouameni here, which actually I would say is a usable card for your team. However, I already have him. So he now is just an 85 rated card for fodder for me, which is brilliant. But you're also looking at cards that goes back into the SBC. So we get 5 different cards that will go straight back into League SBCs. 6, 7. A Sudamericana card, which is gold, is going to be super useful down the line. So that is going to help out quite a bit. We can obviously swap a few players around. Anything tradable, you could sell it on if you want to, or again, keep it on your trade pile, put the one that you have in your club into it, and then obviously submit that SBC. So we'll do the other tradable pack, the small 45k pack. This is where obviously it's a decent pack. You could make a decent or get a decent pack pull from it, and then that's where you make a lot of coins from League SBCs. But you're not necessarily looking to make a lot of coins from this. You're looking at just opportunities to open different packs, to get different players into the club, to get extra fodder into the club, to get an odd usable card into your team, and that's all you're really looking for. We'll do the small 50k pack next, considering that's not what you get for completing everything. We don't get a walkout in this one, which kind of shows it's just where your luck is at. And we are going to get, I don't even know who that is. I want to say Otavio, but it's definitely not. It's going to be Rafa. So another 83 rated, which, considering how many low rated SBCs there are this year, isn't too bad. And then 2 Premier League cards, which you can then go ahead and use in the Premier League SBC. Nice and easy. So to finish with, we're going to open the 45k pack. Let me know down below if you guys have any questions regarding League SBCs. I probably have covered the majority of it, but I might not have covered some things. So again, different things are available to grind different ways. Our 45k pack isn't going to be a walkout. it is going to be Sadio Mane. Again, another bit of fodder into the club, which you do not mind. And in behind, lots of cards and lots of duplicates that we're going to be able to do to go back around into the SBC grind. As I say, that is a very good grind. I'm glad it is back in FC25. It is there for at least 60 days, but it's going to keep coming back around. So easy enough to build packs for every promo every Friday. And yeah, that is it. Complete. That is how to grind the game. That is how to get free packs. Let me know down below if you are doing it. And that's where we're going to leave it for today, guys. I'm out. Peace.